Hi, thanks for tuning in here today. Today we're going to be doing a nice little simple painting. I hope you can follow along with me. Let me have them run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I got up here on my easel. I have my regular 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I added a thin layer of the liquid white. Rather than that, it's slick, it's wet, it's ready to go, and we could get started with today's painting. I thought today we could do a nice little simple painting, something nice, something that just makes you feel good. So just taking my brush through a little bit of phthalo blue, and really just we're gonna put some water in. What the heck? Water never hurt anybody. And if we decide, we can always cover it up. If we decide we don't want it, just cover it up, and that's the end of that problem. There. The only difference today is I have my canvas on portrait mode rather than landscape mode, or uh, vertical rather than horizontal. Let's just go ahead and boom. Just something in there, just dancing a nice little sky. There. Let's get in a little more phthalo blue. Just a little bit. There, that color was kind of pale gray. That's not what I was looking for, so there we are. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's just get straight into the action. Let me grab my 1 inch and just take it through mountain mixture, and just wherever I think a bush would live. This brush sucks at giving me bushes, but we'll do an outline with this. Okay, maybe even something like so. Just blocking in something right there. So I'll grab a synthetic brush. Usually my synthetics are better at doing bushes. Pull it one direction. There. Just something in that line, something in that idea. Maybe there lives a tree just shoop. Maybe there lives another one right around here. And maybe in between both of them there lives one tree, but instead of a different type of tree like the ones I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put in an evergreen tree, just to break up that look of same, just by using the corner of the 1 inch. There. And we can go ahead and load up our brush. There. Just adding a few little leaves onto this tree. A good way to think about putting the leaves is think about like the movement you do with the um, evergreen tree. That's how I like to think about it, and it's worked for me. Ooh. You can also just treat it like an evergreen tree. I don't have it with me, but with an oval brush, that brush will, whew, that'll help you out. Maybe, just maybe we have another evergreen tree. Maybe that one grows to be a bit taller. Who knows? We just have a few little trees back here. We're just having fun. Just enjoy this painting process. That's the best advice I can give you. If you enjoy it, it'll come out just fine. Okay, let me go ahead and let me mix up a nice brown color. So I'm gonna go into bright red and sap green. Just about equal proportions. Just mix it up until you're satisfied with the color you get. I'm gonna add a little touch of black to that. If it makes it easier, you guys can just purchase yourself a tube of Van Dyke Brown and just for quicker. Just to save money, I sort of tend to avoid buying like Van Dyke Brown, like Sienna, Indian Yellow. I call them accessory colors. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's pile up a bit. We'll grab a little bit of white. Just a little bit. Cut a roll. Let's come up here and few little indications of a tree trunk. You see, you can mix up your own version of dark sienna. You don't need to buy it, but it does save you time if you have it pre-bought. There. Just adding a few little indications of some highlights. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's highlight those evergreen trees. So just going into cadmium yellow with my 1-inch. Let's come up here and just very lightly. Let me add a little more brighter, just so the camera could pick it up better. There. There we are. Just a few little indications of highlights. You don't want to kill all your dark. The dark is your friend, because if not, everything will just blend in and you'll lose your tree pretty quickly. There. Just load and go off. There we are. So now that we have that issue situated, we can go ahead and add our shadows. I was waiting to put our shadows because I didn't want to deal with textured paint and all that. So just mixing up a little bit of brown with a little bit of black just to darken it even more. And let's come up here and just covering our tree, our evergreens. There. Shoot, you could do it the other way around. If you want these other trees to be in the background and the evergreens to be in the front, go ahead, be my guest. I'm just doing it like this because I thought it would look nice. There. Few little indications here and there. Let's go ahead, let's highlight those leaves on these other trees. We'll add a touch of liquid white just so it could stick on easier. As you know, thin paint will stick onto a thicker paint. So think about all the all the leaves that are in that tree, where the light would hit it. There, just using the corner of the 1 inch. You can also do this with a 2 inch if your heart desires. I think it's very important people um, learn how to use the 1 inch and the 2 inch because they're great tools when it comes to doing little trees and all this stuff. Great tools. But a lot of people are scared of them, and I'll admit I was scared of them too in the beginning because they're such big brushes, and the teacher who's teaching you just tells you, just do little details with this, just block it in. So don't be afraid. Even though I tell you guys it's easy and all that, it's easy enough, but you need practice. You can try, but it won't come out unless you practice it. Let's add in a little bit of grass. So just, it's like anything. You need you need practice to become good at it. No one ever got on a bicycle one day as a kid and just said I'm perfect at it. We all struggled a bit. But once we learn with the practice, then we got better at it. And then you can ride it, then you can do one hand, then if you really want to, you can do no hands. There, let's just drop in a little bit of grassy texture right here. Just by tapping. That tapping does all that hard work for you. There, just pull down. Shoom. Go across. Ever so lightly. Shoom. There we are. Now let's go ahead and let's work on the bushes. So we'll grab a little bit of bright red. Pull it one direction. Let's come up here. Now, all this is green, green, green. So I'm going to put red just to make it stand out. You know what? It needs a little bit of liquid white. There we are. So just, whew, there. Let's add a little bit of yellow to it to make it orange. There we are. Right here, maybe. Shoom. Maybe. Maybe there's some that are just bright yellow. There. And there has to be a bush that's green. We can't just have them all bright colors. So just adding a little bit of sap green into the pile. There. Maybe right there it lives. Shoom. Just think of each individual bush and just have fun with it. Have fun. When you're having fun with painting, it'll give you the best paintings you can ever think of. There. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's add some water lines right here. There we are. Maybe there's a little creek or a pond or something. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just a painter. There. Just scrub them in. Act like you're trying to cut a hole in the canvas. Canvases will be durable. You'll be fine. Okay. So now let's go ahead and let's add evergreen trees over here. I think it looks nice having some evergreens. So just loading up my brush and let's think where they go. Shoot. Maybe, you know what? Do I really want to go? Let's just do that. And maybe there's a bigger one right there. And you know what? We'll add a little bit of land right there. We'll make everything make sense. Sometimes you just have to trust the process. I remember when I was starting out, and I used to start a painting, I would freak out because it wasn't going the way I envisioned it. And I would be so nervous. But you gotta learn, just trust the process, because it's not gonna look like you think right off the first 10 minutes or whatever. It takes a little bit of time before it starts resembling what you had in your mind. There. There we are. Just two little evergreen trees right there. We'll load it up with a little bit of cadmium yellow and that dirty brush. It'll give us a green color. And let's come up here and just shoom. Just tap. Shouldn't require a lot of pressure. If you're using your 1 inch, it shouldn't require a lot of pressure, but it should require a lot of paint. That's how I like to think about it. Doesn't need a lot of pressure, just paint. There. Let's change the tone. We can add a little bit of blue, make it more like a phthalo green color. And look, you'll see the color shift right now. Look at that. Compare the two. There. That makes the other tree look more dull, more older, more experienced, maybe. Who knows? There. Okay. Let's go ahead and just. Okay. And let's go crazy. Let's go crazy. Maybe right there. Shoo. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is he gonna do? At this point, I lost all hope. Let's put in a bushy little, it's not even little. Let's put in a bushy tree. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Okay. And maybe just load up a little bit of dark color and just block in some bushes. Who knows? The mind is endless. You can do so many things. It's just, did you think about doing that? Sometimes things happen by accident too. You're like, oh, didn't think about that. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's load some brown into our brush. And we're going to put in a tree trunk. Just so you can You can kind of see it because we're going to cover it up. Now this one needs brighter colors. Almost, if I could, pure cadmium yellow, but that would be too much. There, think of all the little leaves that just stand there. That's for a nice little bird to create its nest. There. There we are. There. And so now we can add in a nice little bush, maybe a green yellow one. Go somewhere around here. Since there's not a lot of green right there, we can pop in a one right there. Let's go ahead into some red, bright red, and just maybe right here. Oh yeah. And let's grab some orange. Have fun with it. I can't stress how important it is to just not worry about anything and just enjoy the process of this. Many people get so caught up. Oh, well, how's it supposed to look? What's the shape? Is it too dark? Is it too light? That's down the line when you actually start making this a living. Right now, you're beginning. Right now, you're learning the basics. So have fun with it. Once you mastered the basics and all that, then you can worry. But before then, you have time. You don't have to worry. Unless you're gonna do traditional painting and all that. There. Just like so. Let's add in a bit of grass. Now, it's a little bit, it's almost there. It feels like it's missing something. So, in order to try to fix that, we're gonna go into a little bit of brown. Just load it up. And first of all, let's add in a little dirt on this one. This one's been bothering me. Sometimes they speak to you and you're like, yep, never mind. They need this. There. Another thing is we're gonna put in a few little rocks. Maybe right there. There. And let's go ahead. Let's get crazy. Let's get crazy. Maybe right here. Now, you would think that's a tree, but we're gonna make it wider. Take up that whole area that's kind of showing through. Because I didn't like how there was too many light. And don't leave it straight. Nature doesn't grow it out straight. It always makes it crooked and have features and all that. You're making it look like man-made if you do it all straight. There. Just a few little leaves that would go there. Let's go a little bit of titanium white. We'll go into the brown. Just a little bit. And let's come up here and just highlight the front of the tree. There. Pretty simple. and a little bit of dark, and same thing, just on the opposite side. There. Let's add in a little bit of leaves, highlight, a little bit of blue just to give it that phthalo green kind of feel to it. There. We can always add a few little sparklers in that. Okay, and lastly, we're gonna take a step back maybe and just really might ruin the whole thing. I'm taking a chance. Let's put in distant little trees just to kind of seal everything. The reason why I'm saying ruin is because I have to go in the spots where I've already covered. It's gonna just give me extra work. There, just like so. There. We're gonna go ahead and just grab it ever so gently. Ever so gently. Okay? Luckily, we have most of the colors already, like right there on the go. There. There we are. This tree was more of that. Oh, you see? It's alright. We have no. It's important to have no regrets in painting. Once you start regretting, everything goes downhill. But it's a learning lesson. And not even that, because sometimes I say it's a learning lesson and even I forget. There. Let it just blend in. And what we'll do is just grab a little bit of titanium white, scrub in a few little water lines, a little bit here. Almost forgot about those little rocks. There. And we gotta fix any little bush that might have got a little touched up. But I think they're fine. Well, I just realized one. There. As long as you can make it look back to natural, sort of to speak, you'll be fine. Anyways, I'll leave it like that. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Try this painting out. I apologize for if you guys painted step by step and had to do the distant trees, but it's a little challenge, but it's good to practice. Anyways, I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and if you do, send me a photo. I would love to see what you create, how it comes out. I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, my friends. Goodbye.